Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. We're going to jump right in today with our stretch sequence. We're going to start standing. We're going to place our hands against the wall and push against that wall, bringing your right foot behind you. And as you push that right foot behind you, I want you to think of trying to push your heel down into the floor. There's a bend in the left knee. And you should start to feel a bit of a calf stretch. Now it's okay if you can't get your heel to come all the way down to the floor. What we are aiming for here is the sensation of that nice deep opening stretch in the calf muscle. So kind of shimmy and adjust until you find a good place where you're like, this is a stretch that I just want to get the most out of while I'm in this shape. Go ahead and switch your feet. So we're just going to do the same exact thing, slight bend in the right knee, sending that right foot behind you and trying to get that heel to push towards the ground. Using a bit of the wall to push away to also help with that feeling, to add to the tension. This is great after a run, after maybe a long walk. Definitely after cycling. And just really breathe here. Today we are focused on just really good stretches to open us up, especially in times or moments or days when we feel extremely guarded or maybe a little closed off, or dare I say even a little irritable. I feel like sometimes a good stretch in areas that sometimes we don't notice might need some attention is great. All right, friends, so we're going to come down to the floor, hands and knees here, and we're going to take our right foot in between our hands into a nice deep lunge. Back knee is on the ground. And all you're going to do with that right foot in front of you is just reach the right arm towards the sky, opening up the chest, looking towards the sky. Let's repeat the same thing on the other side. That left foot is in between the hands, and when you're ready, you reach that left arm to the sky. Big inhale and exhale here. We're not here too long, but just something to kind of open up the chest and just remind yourself that it's okay to just open up a bit. No matter what the day brings, we have to remind ourselves that the space we create for ourselves is for us, and we should be able to be vulnerable and open in it. Beautiful friends, we are going to come to our knees. You're welcome to find a seat if sitting on your knees is not comfortable. Taking that right arm above and reaching down the back, you're going to also have the left arm scoop under and up, so that you can have those hands meet behind you. Now, if they don't meet, if you can't clasp your hands together, that's fine. I want you to reach as far as you can go from underneath and from the top hand. Wherever your hands may meet on your back, that's where it may meet. Maybe your hands don't meet at all. Maybe you just place them on your back. What we're aiming here for is the opening in the shoulder, the opening in the chest. This is really great. Also just for opening up the heart. For some, this might feel a little intense or a little uncomfortable. Stretches can kind of give us messages. So I welcome you to kind of embrace that feeling, as long as nothing is like hurting you. Let's go ahead and switch arms. So you're gonna take that left arm and drop it down, and then scoop that right arm from underneath and see if you can reach that left hand. Wonderful. Let's come out of that stretch. Maybe roll the shoulders back, shimmy it out, whatever you need, shake it out. Give yourself a moment here. I know that can feel a little intense for some people's shoulders or chest, but those are areas we kind of neglect, and that's why it might feel so intense. Let's come to a nice seat, and we're going to find our straddle here. So bringing the legs as wide as you can. Remember, your stretch, your time is not a competition with anyone else. So as wide as you can go, reaching the hands out in front of you, feeling that stretch in the inner thigh and groin, allowing yourself to breathe here. Allow yourself to be a little bit uncomfortable. Some stretches do present that sensation. Like I said, as long as it's not any sharp shooting pain or anything that's just extremely painful. Stretching can sometimes feel a little uncomfortable, but that is sometimes the sensation that we're looking for in order to work on flexibility, in order to find some openness in certain areas, and to find release and relief in certain areas. From here, stay in your straddle. All we're going to do is reach over that right leg to the side, stretching out the side body a bit. You can rest your elbow on the mat. You can keep your feet, you can flex them, but even just like a neutral kind of foot position is fine here. Your feet do not have to be pointed. Wonderful. Let's just reach over to the other side, staying in this nice straddle pose, reaching as long as you can. Think of energy going all the way through those fingertips as you reach towards the opposite side of the room. Great job. Let's come back to the center. So just one more time, you walk your hands out in front of you. Maybe you'll notice that as opposed to the first time you did this, maybe you can walk your hands out just a tiny bit further. Just start to notice things like that. In your daily yoga practice, in your daily workouts, in your daily stretches, just kind of notice, oh, I couldn't do that yesterday. Or, oh, that was different from the beginning of my workout till the end of my workout. I promise you, our bodies are kind of miraculous in that way. And it's always good when we can notice those things and give ourselves credit. Let's walk our hands back in towards the center of the body. Take your hands to gently guide the legs back to the center, and then we're gonna find ourselves on our bellies, resting our head on our forearm and just taking that right foot with your right hand and finding a nice quad stretch here. Think of sending your pelvis and your hips towards the mat. You don't want your bum to lift off the mat. You're thinking of sending your pubic bone, your pelvic area towards the mat, finding a nice deep sensation in your hip flexor and your quads. Release it gently, and then you're just gonna switch arms, rest your head on the other arm, and find your quad stretch on the other side. let's release our quad stretch on the left. We're gonna roll onto our backs here, placing the feet on the mat, pulling your right knee towards your chest, flexing the foot, and you're gonna straighten that leg. You can have a soft bend in that knee. It doesn't have to be completely straight. We're just finding a nice hamstring opening stretch here, and just using your bend of the knee to inhale, and then as you exhale, you elongate and straighten the leg as much as you can, trying to pull it closer and closer towards your face. Just doing that a few times, really feeling that stretch in the back of the leg. Some might even feel this a bit in your calf as well. Let's release that, and same thing other side. We're starting with a bend in the knee. Big inhale as you pull that knee towards you, and exhale as you straighten. Give yourself a moment and inhale, bend. Long exhale, stretch and try and pull that foot a little bit closer if you can. Nice bend of the knee, and on your exhale, see if you can give it a little bit more. Remember, we're not going for pain, competition, just your personal best in this moment. Soft bend in the knee is totally fine once again. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and release from that hamstring stretch on the left. And all you need to do here is just pull your right knee into the chest, lengthen that left knee out in front of you. That left leg, sorry. And then you're just gonna let that right leg cross over, finding a nice spinal twist here, getting the low back, outer hip, arm outstretched, breathing into everything that you're feeling. This feels really nice for me anytime I do it, especially if you sit all day or stand all day. This can just be a really good, gentle way to just kind of give our spine a little TLC. Beautiful. Let's come back to the center, and you're gonna pull that left knee, straighten that right leg out, and let that leg fall across the body. Let's go ahead and bring that knee back to the center and release. Both legs outstretched. Take a moment before you gently just vertebrae by vertebrae, starting with rolling your chin towards your chest. All we're gonna do is slowly roll up to a nice seated position. Take your time. Sitting up nice and tall, let's find a nice comfortable seat. And thank you so much for joining me. That is our stretch for today. I hope you feel a bit more open and a little less guarded. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video.